Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry about that last video. My phone actually died on me, so I didn't even realize it was on 1%. But I should be okay now. Anyways, I was out, on my last appointment, and I'm listening to a podcast. I love listening to podcasts. I'm listening to one of my favorite mentors, Russell Brunson, and he said this thing on there that was like, dude, that's it. That's the perfect analogy to explain what I know a lot of detailers doing, what I've noticed a lot of detailers doing, and I see it in their own marketing. I hear them when they're talking to me about it, or I see it in forums all the time. I know tons and tons of detailers do this. So, hey Randy, what's going on? So I'm listening to Russell, right? Give you a wave. Pew! I'm listening to Russell, and he says something along the lines of, do you guys, if you're walking down the street and there's a giant pile of cash, hey Lee, what's going on, man? If there's a giant pile of cash on the ground, are you going to walk right past it? No, right? No, you're going to pick it up and you're going to take it, right? You're not just going to walk past this mountain of cash and go somewhere else and start trying to dig a hole, hey man, and try and find gold or whatever, right? And this is what he's talking about. He's saying, there's three different types of prospects, right? Of potential customers. There's three different types, right? There are cold prospects, warm prospects, and hot prospects. Now, we don't have to get super deep into that right now, but just to give you the basic overview, there's people that are completely oblivious to your service, what you do, to the problem they've got, to the solution, everything, right? Totally oblivious. There's people who are aware of an issue or a solution that they want, but they don't know how to get it. And then there's the people that are 100% aware of their problem or the solution they want, and they know that you are the solution to that issue, right, or whatever. So that's kind of the quick rundown. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But what he's saying is, a lot of business owners, companies, entrepreneurs, detailers, whatever you want to call it, they spend all this time trying to convince these cold prospects that they have this problem or that they need this solution and that they're the ones that they need to come to. So for instance, for detailers, you're probably doing this yourself, and I was guilty of this, way back when I first started, and I'm sure other people that are doing this. What they'll do is they spend all their time trying to convince people that are completely oblivious of detailing why it's important, why not having it done is a problem, why it's a solution that they need, right? They spend all this time trying to convince them, that they need to buy their services, right? Or, sign up for their maintenance program or whatever, right? And what happens when you do this? You hear them say it all the time. These people don't get it. They're tire kickers. No one understands. They think the guy down the road is just the same, right? So you spend all this time and effort, all your advertising dollars, whatever it is, trying to convince this cold traffic that they need what you've got, right? Rather than picking up the mountain of cash that's already there for you, right? You're walking around it and fighting and hustling and, spending massive amounts of efforts and cash trying to convince people to pay you, right? So the mountain of cash that he's talking about is your warm and hot prospects, right? Especially the hot prospects, but there's going to be a lot more warm prospects than the hot ones, okay? Those are the people that are aware that their car is gross and it needs to be protected, right? Or they're aware that they need a detailer, but they don't know exactly who to go to, right? That sort of thing. Those are the people that you want to be focusing most of your efforts on and delivering your core products, right? So I'm trying not to make it too techno-y sounding, but your core offer is basically going to be your most profitable detailing services, right? The service that's not like this huge over the top thing, right? but it's the thing that you're offering to the majority of your market to serve your dream client, right? Whatever those services are as your detailing business, that's where you're wanting to focus. So in regards to the warm prospects, right, they know they need a detail, or they know their car is bad and they got to find the solution. They know that their carpet shouldn't stink, or they know that car washes scratch their clear coat, whatever it is they're aware of, right? They're not completely oblivious to it. So maybe they know the problem, but they're not sure what the solution is, which is you, the detailer, the solution. Or maybe they know the solution, which is a detailer, but they don't quite know what detailer is best for them. So maybe, I'm hoping some light bulbs are going off right now, but okay, so take that little bit and now imagine you get on a phone call or you put out an ad to somebody, and your job is no longer to convince them that they need detailing. Their job is to convince, or for you to show them that you're the one that can deliver the solution they're looking for better than anybody else, or you can solve the problem that they have better than anybody else. So now it's so much easier, okay? It's so much easier. Now the trick, okay, I hope this makes sense. I'm not going to go too far onto it because I want you to grasp this part that we've just talked about, right? Don't try and do, there is a place for, converting people and helping them to understand what detailing is and why it's important. That there is a place for that. But initially, when you're growing and building a business, you want to tap that most profitable well until it runs dry, right? You want to convert and drive as many of these warm to hot prospects to your core offer as possible before you start trying to spend extra time and effort convincing the ones that need convincing. So I'll probably do another video following this one sometime later on, talking about how do you find those people, right? How do you actually get in front of those people? Because that's going to be the hardest part, right? And that's the reason a lot of detailers will get stuck. They might say, I'm just going to try and get in front of people that really want it, that need it, that know they got to have it. But they do a bad job of doing that, right? So they're thinking that they're getting in front of the warm or hot prospects, but they're not actually doing that. And so then they end up with the same problem of having to convince people to buy their services or try and, convert them basically. Hey, Ken, what's going on, man? You'll have to back up and watch the beginning of this video, man. Really good stuff. I think you'll like it. And maybe you can drop some input or so down in the comments on that. But yeah, so I'll probably do a follow-up video on how to get in front of those people and to make sure that the warm to hot prospects are the ones that you're speaking to. So I hope this has helped you guys. If you got any other questions, anything else you want me to cover on that, some things you want me to explain, maybe some suggestions for a follow-up video, drop it in the comments. If you saw this live, give me the hashtag live. And if you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. So I will see you guys later on. Till next time.